Monster Hunter's monsters are not just monsters. After a certain addition was made with the release of Sunbreak's Title Update 3, this sentiment has never been more pronounced in my mind. Gore Magala. This fella is a bit of an edgelord, pitch black from head to tail. Its wings, whether they're spread wide or hugging its body, give the impression of a tattered, dark cape. And lastly, Gore's eyes are concealed so completely by its horn-like feelers that it cannot see. Well, can't see using its eyes at least. All this to say, Gore Magala is essentially the beast version of Batman, with all his moody, broody cool fully intact. However, this shadowy persona is not permanent. Gore Magala grows out of this gloomy adolescence to become Chaotic Magala, a majestic being more powerful than ever before. It feels to me like an ascension to godhood. Seriously, when Shigaru rises up and spreads wide its wings, the scene feels like it belongs on stained glass in a church. A final form worth looking forward to for Gore Magala, huh? The only problem is, not all Gore Magalas reach this stage. Even ignoring for a moment the fact that us hunters regularly cut their lives short while they're still immature, which is kind of fucked up now that I think about it. These are basically children that we're fighting. But anyway, even ignoring us hunters, some Gore Magalas fail to properly transition into their dazzling adult form. Enter Chaotic Gore, a malicious, malformed beast, permanently caught on the cusp of adulthood, of godhood, but can never quite get there. Even its music is an uncanny mix of Gore and Shigaru's themes. Chaotic Gore is a tormented creature, tortured not just by its failure to achieve its full potential, but also tortured apparently physically. Its failed molting seems to leave it in a state of perpetual pain. All that's left for Chaotic Gore is violently lashing out at everything around it, a desperate expression of its anguish. Now, you might think I'm being overdramatic, but this is exactly how Capcom wants you to perceive Chaotic Gore. Hell, listen to what this normally cheery little girl has to say about it. There's no way to save it other than to put it out of its misery. I pray that you'll be able to release it from its torture. And this thing's introductory cutscene is downright depressing. The first we ever see of Chaotic Gore is watching it crash into the earth, with all the grace of a drunkard stumbling into a dark alleyway after a long night at the bar. To say nothing of the woeful, melodramatic dialogue accompanying the scene. It's like a minute straight of bitter suffering getting poured down our throats. My point is, Chaotic Gore isn't just a monster. It's not just an enemy to slay as an empty conduit for gameplay. Instead, this is a fully fledged character, complete with a tragic backstory befitting a villain of a novel. Capcom's designers carefully breathed life into this creature. In general, they continuously put so much effort into crafting exciting living beings that we can get invested in, and I feel this effort pays off spectacularly. When we play Monster Hunter, we get to experience an ecosystem. These massive animals are far beyond the bounds of our reality, but on some level they feel like animals nonetheless. I can be having a great time engaging in Monster Hunter's outstanding combat, but when Zinogre becomes low on health and limps away while whimpering, it's... If possible, I'll always try to capture Zinogres rather than killing them, because, dude, that's a dog. We've got Bishatin throwing shit at fat raccoons like they're bored teenagers at a gas station. Barith rolling around in mud. Elder dragons terrorizing small animals. Deviljho, hungry, Rajang, angry. The world of Monster Hunter is full of these beings just living their lives true to their natures. It's almost a shame that the only way we can interact with our favorite ones is by beating their asses. I mean, I know Monster Hunter Stories exists, where you fight alongside monsters as companions, but that one's kinda weird to me because, well, imagine if Nintendo had a spin-off series of Pokemon games where you hunted them instead, killing and carving off bits of Pikachus and shit. It would be fucking off-putting. Pokemon already play the role of pets or companions, the way Monster Hunter's creatures play the role of simply enemies. Switching back and forth between those perceptions is too difficult for me. Regardless, I deeply appreciate the care that Capcom has put into their designs. I'm not arguing that anyone should change how they refer to enemies in the game. Monster is a good word. Monster is a good word. It gets the point across, and a title like Creature Hunter certainly don't got the same punch that Monster Hunter does. It's not a matter of definition, it's a matter of connotation. These aren't mere monsters in the simplest interpretation of the word, not some nebulous things cobbled together to serve as cardboard props in the stage play that is Monster Hunter. Instead, these are characters, creatures carefully woven with life and logic and love, and I can't help but to love these characters in response. Monster Hunter is full of creatures that make me smile, and just as many creatures that I think are vile. But perhaps in all of this, what's most goddamn wild is that the whole reason I thought about this was the beast version of a man-child.